This is commentary on Lesson 85 in the Workbook for A Course in Miracles. Today's review will cover these ideas. We're reviewing Lesson 69, My Grievances Hide the Light of the World in Me, and Lesson 70, My Salvation Comes from Me. Okay, so the practice today is we'll have two of them. At the first part of the day, we'll do 69, and the second part of the day, we'll do 70. And the practice instructions is to read over the lesson, My Grievances Hide the Light of the World in Me, and these comments take about 3 or 4 minutes to do that, thinking about them, and then spend in total about 15 minutes in the review of this lesson. And the idea here is that we'll read over the comments and then get our mind focused, and then we spend the majority of the time in listening for a message that's there from our inner guide. And if our mind starts to wander, then we should come back and read this comments and this, My grievances hide the light of the world in me, to get our mind focused, and then go back to listening quietly, and to realize that all of the mind wandering away from these ideas, all of those are just illusions. They're not what we want, and we're determined to hear. We're determined to come inside and be at that place where we're with the Holy Spirit and listening to the guidance that the Holy Spirit will give us. And then throughout the day, where shorter practice periods, frequent reminders, will use this general idea of the lesson for a general application, and frequent reminders, My grievances hide the light of the world in me. And then for the specific applications of the idea, when we're tempted to lose our peace in a situation, we can use these concepts to focus our mind back. Like, let me not use this to block my sight. The light of the world will shine all this away. I have no need for this. I want to see. It's not the particular words you use. You can use any words as long as you maintain the concept. Okay, so reading this over here, My grievances hide the light of the world in me. My grievances show me what is not there and hide from me what I would see. Recognizing this, what do I want my grievances for? They keep me in darkness and hide the light. Grievances and light cannot go together, but light and vision must be joined for me to see. To see, I must lay grievances aside. I want to see, and this will be the means by which I will succeed. So that's our part, is to take the grievances. The sense, grieve means like grieving loss. So in any situation where we feel like there's a problem, that we're suffering loss by a situation, it's not turning out what we think it should be to give us what we need, that's a grievance. And so we want to lay that aside so we can get in touch with the light of the world which is inside of us. Okay, because they keep us in darkness and they hide this light. So we're going to lay those grievances aside because we want to see. All right, so that's lesson 69. And again, practice that throughout the day, frequent reminders. These are the responses to temptations when we're tempted to lose our peace. Let me not use this as a block to sight, for instance. It doesn't matter the words, but the concept should reinforce this idea that my grievances hide the light of the world in me. Okay, so lesson 70, which we will do in the latter part of the day, same thing, read it over. Maybe we spend 15 minutes with this. We spend 3 or 4 minutes reading it over in the comments to get our minds focused, and then we listen. All right, so my salvation comes from me. Today I will recognize where my salvation is. It is in me because its source is there. It has not left its source, and so it cannot have left my mind. I will not look for it outside myself. It is not found outside and then brought in, but from within me it will reach beyond, and everything I see will but reflect the light that shines in me and in itself. Okay, so this is where this light is. It's inside of us. It's not outside of us. It's in our minds, and that's where we need to seek it, as opposed to looking outside ourselves to situations, events, personalities, the scripts that we've written for them, and how they should be, so we're okay, so we're saved. We don't want to look outside. We want to come inside our mind. That's where the light is. That's where the salvation is. Okay, so these forms of ideas are suitable for more specific applications. So this again is a response to temptation. You want to take a some form like this, some uh, concept to apply of this general idea, my salvation comes from me, and apply it when we're tempted to lose our peace. The frequent reminders are to use the general idea, my salvation comes from me. And then when we're tempted to lose that idea, we'll apply the concepts in whatever form is helpful, like let this not tempt me to look away from my salvation. Well, I will not let this interfere with my awareness of the source of salvation. This has no power to remove salvation from me. So this is important to see that, this doesn't, these ideas in the workbook, these lessons are not just specific and general abstractions. They apply to very specific situations in our life. So this word "this" is a demonstrative. That's its grammatical category. And it means this means specifics, this very thing. So it's those very specific situations. Let this not tempt me. Whatever that is, we want to take that very specific situation and apply these ideas and the lessons to it. So let this not tempt me to look away from me, from my salvation, or I will not let this interfere with my awareness of the source of salvation. This has no power to remove salvation from me. So the this applies to situations, personalities, and events, very specific, that we'll apply this idea to. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.